Okay, so I want to tell a little story about this guy I used to know in the army at Fort Drum named Weber, Bradley Weber. Weber was in my battery in 215, and this guy was about the biggest piece of shit I've ever met in my life. It would be pretty hard for me to actually rank the biggest shitbags I knew in the army because there's just so many contenders for it. But he would be one of the top contenders. I mean, like, useless, no business being in the military. Why the fuck did he join? I don't get it. Why is he here? And like he's waiting to get chaptered and kicked out from the day he enlists, from the first day of basic. And he was from Missouri, right near St. Louis, and he would talk all this shit, right, about how tough he was, much of a badass. Like, he told us he was this like black belt national karate champion with like, yeah, okay, right. Like, he was so lazy. Like, he would ever put in the time and dedication to become a black belt in martial arts. Right. Like, he ever got off his ass in his whole life. But he just kept insisting he was a black belt. And he also said shit like he was a bouncer at a bar in East St. Louis. For those of you who don't know what East St. Louis is, it's possibly the most dangerous ghetto in the entire U.S. It's up there with Camden and Detroit. It might even be worse. It's bad, right? Like, I wouldn't want to be there if I belonged there. But this is the type of place nobody goes to unless they live there or they have a serious reason to be there. And you probably should know somebody that can watch your back and keep you alive. Yeah, it's that dangerous. It's the type of place where cops will literally, if they see you're white and driving through there, they will pull you over and tell you to leave for your own safety. There was this girl, right? She's the daughter of somebody I know. And this cop pulls her over like, ma'am, where are you going? What are you doing here? I'm just driving through, officer. Oh, no, 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 no. Follow me, okay? I'm going to guide you to the freeway. Get out of here and don't come back here, please. And he claims he's a bouncer there. Yeah, like he would last 3 seconds in East St. Louis. I would last longer. Maybe 20 or 30 seconds, but much longer than his pussy ass. But we didn't realize how much of a pussy he was until the day that, as punishment and to kind of humiliate him, because he just fucks up all the time, they made him move out into the hallway and live in a tent for like a couple of nights. Just in a tent by the CQ desk. And then Swanson and all these other guys are walking by him and like throwing glasses of water in his face to fuck with him. And he's not doing shit. You figure he would get up and beat their asses, right? Karate champion now. He just sat there like a fucking retard and just took it. And they filled up like multiple glasses of water. They'd come back and throw it in his face again. And wouldn't do anything. Right, yeah, black belt. The only thing he was a black belt in was fucking sucking at life. But the best one had to be where they put him on what's called confined to quarters. If you heard my fucked in uniform story, Ashley in the uniform. If you fuck up bad enough, but not bad enough to get court-martialed and go to jail, this is the step below that. They will confine you to your room for days or weeks at a time. It's like house arrest in the army barracks, and you're not allowed to leave your room without permission. So they put him confined to quarters, and then one night, right before we're supposed to go to JRTC for training down in Louisiana, Fort Polk, he decides he doesn't want to go. So like the night before, he fucking packs a bag, jumps out the window. He'd call the taxi, I guess, to come and get him. Jumps in a waiting cab, and Sergeant Bruckner, you heard that story? Chuck Bruckner was his chief. And Bruckner sees him like going to the cab and tries to run out and stop him. But he manages to get in the cab before Bruckner can do shit. And you can see him like waving to the driver, like, go, 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 go. The driver takes off and Weber disappears. And the whole 3 weeks we were down there, right? When we first get there, somebody writes on one of the porta potties we had, like, hey, look out, guys. Weber's down there with an arrow pointing down to the toilet. And then you would see this pop up on more porta potties, and it became a running gag. And by the time we got back, like 3 weeks later, every porta potty we had some Weber joke written on it. Yeah, like, hey, look out for Weber. Watch your ass when you shit, dude. He's in there. And then finally, like, mercifully, they chaptered this piece of shit. They got rid of him before we went to Iraq, along with like 30 other people from our unit. 30 other shitbags, dead weight. And then like a year and a half goes by and practically forgot about the guy. And I'm on staff duty one night. It's 3 a.m. The phone rings. I'm like, hello? Goes, hey man, what's up? What's up, Levy? Who's this? It's Weber. Weber? Yeah, you know, Weber. I was in your battery. Weber? What the fuck? He's like, yeah, man, I want to talk to so-and-so. Do you know where he is? First of all, I don't know who you're talking about. Second of all, this is the fucking staff duty desk, Weber. This is not a party chat line, okay? I'm not... No! Go away and don't call here again. I hung up the phone on him. And thankfully he never called back, but yeah, I don't know where that guy is now. I don't know if he's dead or alive or why. I know he got now. He's alive. He got married. Looked him up on Facebook and saw it. I don't know what kind of woman would marry a guy like this. Kind of scares me to think about. But yeah. So that was my little story about Weber. The great Bradley Weber. What a guy. What a fucking guy.